Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be doing an installation software and network on the Epson WorkForce Pro WF-4630. As you can see right now, it's on sale for $149.99. Regular price is $299.99. Now, I just got done unboxing it. It's a really nice printer. We're also going to do something a little different today. You can see over here uninstall or change a program applet that we have all this stuff installed for the Epson WF-4630 that we tested last week. So usually I go through and get rid of all of this stuff every time I install a new printer. And this HP stuff is only here because we're doing a long-term test on these HPs, and I need to be able to print test pages in a couple weeks or a couple months. And I don't feel like reinstalling all this software again when the time comes. But anyway, back to the Epson. What we're going to try this time is, there's already all this software installed, so I'm going to try installing the WF-4630 software over to as well as this software and see what happens. So let's get it started. Okay, accept the license agreement. The driver's utilities, user's guide link, and I'm going to get rid of special offers and allow Windows Firewall to unblock Epson utilities. Okay, it's downloading drivers, so evidently the software on the CD-ROM is not the latest version. Alright, it's installing the drivers and utilities. And once again, it'll be interesting to see what happens over here with all of this Epson stuff. Hopefully it'll just add these two items, the printer on install and the user guide. And I'm not sure whether it's going to take less time, but it would be nice. Now this is just like with the 7610, that kind of stalls at 13%. I was paranoid with the 7610, but now I'm reasonably sure it's going to start again by itself, just like the 7610. Okay, it's progressed beyond 13%. Now it's up to 15%. Still kind of slow. And now it's up to 50%, and it's moving ahead. Now it's perfectly conceivable that that's 4630 and the 7610 would be installed on the same computer. The 7610 is an A3 plus, does big paper, and the 4630 is an A4. It's faster, holds more paper, and most likely the cost per page is less. So there could be offices that need to have A3, 1117, 13 by 19 applications. So they probably wouldn't want it for their only printer. So this actually makes a lot of sense that this would make a 7610 would make a nice companion to the 4630 and vice versa. Now it's installing software. Document Capture Pro, and it's configuring it. It's configuring the Epson Event Manager. It said it's configuring it, so it didn't say installing. So we already have an Event Manager on here, so it looks promising. But it's just configuring it rather than. Okay, it just said it was removing an older version of Event Manager. Well, nearing completion here. 98%, 100%. And then click next to begin printer setup. Next. Wireless connection, direct USB wired connection. I already set up the wireless on the router, so let's see what happens here. This printer is already, so if you didn't set it up at the control panel when you installed it like I did, you would select this option here, first time. Now it's already on the network, so it's going to be easier. It should find it. Alright. Firewall warning, allow to unblock. Next, searching for the printer. I found it. Next. Print the test page, I don't want to waste the ink. Next. Would you like to set up your fax number and header now? No, we can always do that later. Next. Software and installation and printer setup are complete. Exit. Not bad. Now, we have two of these running down here. One for the 7610, one for the 4630. A registration thing should pop up. There it is there. And I've installed 26 printers in the last 6 weeks, and if I registered every one of them, I'd get more mayhem and email and notifications that I could shake a stick at. So next. I'm not going to bother. He even picked up some of my stuff here. I'm not going to bother with, well, some of it's required. And it picked up the stuff that I typed in for the 76. It's required. 7610 is required. So select your printer. And filled in the serial number. It's grayed out here. Another thing that is annoying is that it installs two different printers. I don't know why. And it's a little annoying as to why there's two of them on there if you do a network printer, but whatever. Next. Oh, I need to put in confirm my email address. This, all of this is required. Type of business, operating system. I didn't buy it, it was given to me, so I'll say from Epson. And if I bought it from Epson, why do I need a reseller name? Okay, no, I don't want mail. No, I don't want direct mail. I don't want email. I don't want a direct mail. And I don't want to send my printed data on what I'm printing to Epson. Submit. They want to write a review. I'm going to do that, but it's not going to show up here. Thanks again. Some more information over here, closed. Okay, so that's it. And let's refresh this. And yes, indeed, the only things that installed are the user guide and the uninstall. Everything else is the same as the 7610. So we really don't need to go through any kind of software overview. We'll just look. Only one new app. One new app has been installed, Document Capture Pro. So that wasn't in the, and I have to select a scanner. Okay, so this is Document Capture Pro. So I can scan from here, and list of documents will show up over here. The thumbnails and previews will show up over here. You can rotate them, adjust the angles, correct the skew. You can send them to SugarSync, Google Docs, Evernote, SharePoint, web folders, printer, FTP, email, folders. This is a nice little program to have. I don't believe the 7610 had it, but it works with either one. So you can switch by doing, that's pretty nice. If you do select scanner, you can switch between the two Epsons. And the HPs didn't show up, even though a couple of them are. And then edit, rotate, skew, split, views, insert pages, replace pages, sort by date, color, size. You can set your folder settings. You can have monitoring folder settings. I'm not sure. This is similar to Event Manager. Select the action to be launched when the specific folder is changed. So, Epson scan folder, and job 1, job 2. If one of them happens, here's the location of the folder. If one of them happens, take no action, and you get job 1 and job 2. Here's job 1. You can create job 3, job 4. You want an application to open MS Paint, and this is called a JPEG scan folder. Job 2 is a document folder, and you can say, well, it's just, you can also say open up an application like Word or Notepad. You print it automatically. It's pretty cool. And you can specify the folder. So there's 3 folders that you can monitor, and you can set actions for each one. That's pretty cool. Pretty nice little program. All right. I set the date wrong when I set it up, so let's go into the software and change it. And I can't remember how you do that. Maybe down here. Okay. Details. I'm looking for a way to get into the configuration without going through the web page, and everything else is the same for the 7610. All of this stuff, Event Manager, Fax Utility, Epson Scan, whatnot, is the same. So I need to find out what the IP address is and go into the embedded web server. And one of the easier ways to check the address is here. And you can see there's one WF, there, one here. I don't know why it needs to, and one here. look at printer properties, ports, configure port. No, it's not telling me the IP address here either. So I need to go to the control panel, and it's 3.4. 3.4. It's going to warn me. Continue. Here's the embedded web server. And status, administrative settings, no. System settings, date and time. Date and time. Somehow it's on AM here. 2015 to, it's the 5th. It's PM now. And lunch was great. And 2:03. You can retrieve date and time information from this computer or mobile device. Let's do that. Okay. Alright, so that's what the web server looks like, and then you got basic setup here. Set it up for Epson Connect, Google Cloud Print, AirPrint, Wi-Fi Direct. It's got Wi-Fi Direct too, I didn't know that. Which means you can go print directly from your smartphone or your tablet or your laptop without logging into the network. And this connect to the Wi-Fi Direct devices only. I'm not sure what that means, but there's plenty of help and whatever at the Epson website so you can understand that kind of thing. I haven't messed around with Wi-Fi Direct yet. Enough. But let's say OK. Setup complete. That was all it took. I guess I turned it on. Connect to the Wi-Fi Direct devices only. It must mean it's stuff that has embedded Wi-Fi Direct only, rather than trying to mess around with Wi-Fi stuff that doesn't have Wi-Fi Direct. I don't know. Anyway, let's not waste any more time with that. We got the date and time set, and all of the software that's installed was reviewed in the 7610 software and network installation video. So if you're curious about some of this stuff here, scan Epson the print drivers. Oh, we might as well take a look at them while we're at it. Should be exactly the same as the 7520. And it is. And shortcuts. Not a huge amount of media choices. Plenty of image options. Maybe not plenty. And then you have your maintenance. All your maintenance and Job Arranger Lite. We looked at that on the 7620. Which basically is the same as that Document Capture Pro, except you print from a whole bunch of different applications and you can combine them into one print job and change the settings and do a lot of what you can do. But it's only for printing. So the print drivers are the same. And then install these two icons here, the documentation and the Epson scan. And once again, you got both two status monitor 3s run down here. And I could have looked at the print driver from here. that would be a good place for you to set your defaults. Let's say you wanted to print in black grayscale all the time to save ink. Black only is better than grayscale because grayscale still uses color but a lot less. So if I change it here, it's always going to be black grayscale, and if you want to print in color, you'd have to go File, Print, and then click this color button. But it would always revert back to this black grayscale. And it doesn't look like there's any black only stuff. HPs have black only text, black only ink. You know, but this doesn't. It's just grayscale is as good as you're going to get. And it also has this here, so you don't have to fuss with. But you're better off setting this to the default on each PC, and then when they want to print in color, they can do standard high over here or change it to color. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.